welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Hawks. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Heat right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with McCollum, and it's Kuminga in at the 3. And for the Heat, they've got Antetokounmpo. Mitchell is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind, but once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. McCollum left side. Good on the shot.
CJ has always had that uncanny ability to just land on his feet, kind of like a cat. He absorbs that contact and completes the play.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Higgins outside. Pass to Adebayo. DeRozan for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up, so I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disrupted. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Adebayo with a screen on Kuminga. Shoots over Kuminga. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. DeRozan's got 7 points.
And this is DeRozan's go-to. He remains such an outstanding threat from the mid-range.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Johnson. Here is Daniels. Rocket 6. Down low. Here's McCollum. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Daniels. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Now, here's Mitchell. Now, Giannis. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
More and more, it's about the maturation process of Giannis and his game, learning now how to sell defenders with pump fakes.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively. But how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Portis, he's checked in for Davion Mitchell. And a change for the Hawks. Dort, he's checked in for Dyson Daniels. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Here's Adebayo. Following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga. Over Johnson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Hawks trail by 5. McCollum outside. Kuminga against Portis. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Then you talk about a guy taking a leap. Jalen Johnson took huge steps forward in his 3rd NBA season.
Kevin, how many times have we seen it where a really talented young player is playing on a team that has star power? And so naturally they're able to settle into the role they're going to play. That is what has happened with Jalen Johnson. I expect him to take another leap forward this season.
And the Heat making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Wiggins is checked in. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in and try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. 5th is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Wiggins finds Fontecchio. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
Yeah, I bet it was pretty quiet in that locker room after that game. When it hit overtime, it was a matter of which team had more energy left, and seemingly it wasn't them.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Shot clock at 2. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Dort. Johnson outside. Launches a three. And it's Fontecchio with the rebound. The Heat leading by 3. Adebayo with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
First one falls for him. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night. A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
He gets that one.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 7. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for C.J. McCollum.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5. A true defensive anchor.
Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for Miami. Carter, he's checked in for the Hawks. And Adebayo drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Alexander Walker. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Miami has possession. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
Going against a conference opponent, one that outplayed them head-to-head last season, a chance for payback.
Here's Wiggins. Carter at the elbow. 17 seconds left to play here in the first. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Kuminga is so physical, he'll get a lot of these.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
That free throw good from Kuminga. No good on the second free throw. To the inside. And it's blocked. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Carter out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Lou Dort. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Kuminga in at the 5 spot. Miami trailer. Here's Larson. No scoring in this one. Over to the left wing. They get it back. Portis kicks to DeRozan. Atlanta with the rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Carter, the pass to Wiggins. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Now, here's Portis. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Alexander Walker. After the made shot from Bobby Portis. 2 points. That one goes. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
All right, crowd. It's time to get out of your seats. That's right. It's T-shirt time. We want to see you get loud. We've got T-shirts.
Daniels is checked in for Atlanta. McCollum comes in for Carter. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Heat in second.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's got 7. And he uses the glass on the layup. DeRozan's got 9 points.
Tormenting his way through. DeRozan showing what he's made of.
McCollum with the ball. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Now Mitchell, following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Wiggins. Scoreless thus far. Pass to McCollum. Rebound by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. DeRozan passes to Jovic. DeRozan inside. He's covered by Daniels. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
DeRozan scanning the floor. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Jovic. For 3, Portis hits it from three-point range. Portis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Once he has the ball, if his feet are set up, Bobby's going to let those rip.
Atlanta's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Here come the Heat dancers, everybody. Let's get loud!
Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for the Heat. Giannis comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for Atlanta, Johnson, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Hield comes in for Wiggins. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dort. Here's Hield. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Heat with the lead. On the wing, Mitchell. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Loads it up for Adebayo. Johnson with the block. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. On the wing, Giannis. He's covered by Daniels. Shot clock